Hello, precious people. Inflation is often known as an increase in customer prices. Well, in reality, the prices are actually not going up. It's the currency that you use that is losing value. And as a result, people need to raise prices to compensate for a weaker, dollar or euro. Not convinced? Well, why would the Fed and the central banks inflate the economy with more currency to increase inflation? Because everything that exists in larger quantities will have less value. Well, this is why diamonds is more valuable than sand, but also why gold and silver is more valuable than, American dollars. But is gold and silver a good hedge against inflation? Well, sometimes. Hey, my name is European Stacker. If this is your first time on my channel, I want to say welcome. Here we talk about gold and silver and global economy. This channel is also the home for everyone that is interested in European coins and how to buy and sell the cheapest coins available. So, inflation, people. It is a scary thing. It all boils down to something called real interest rate. When you put money in your bank, then usually, but not always, they pay an interest rate. This interest rate minus the rate of inflation becomes the real interest rate. If the real interest rate is negative, then it won't matter how high your bank interest rate is, because even if you earn more money, you will always lose purchasing power. And in a real inflation, this is exactly what happens. With the same or even more money, you can buy less and less for every year. Here on the table in front of me, I have gold and I have silver. And these metals can be used as a hedge against inflation, or even better said, an insurance against inflation. So how can metals protect me against inflation? Well, let's take silver. So this is the price chart for silver the last 100 years. And funny enough, you can see that the price of silver was the same 100 years ago as it is today. If you held physical money during the same period of time, it would have lost over 95% of its purchasing power. Now, with gold, for example, this becomes even more extreme. So holding gold instead of cash would have saved you purchasing power over time, but also increase a lot in value. But why does metal hold their value and not cash? Well, the main target of a government and society is growth. And growth provides jobs, new technology and higher living standard. But pushing for inflation, it encourages people to invest their money rather than save them. When people invest their money, it stimulates the economy and the growth. So what they say today, savers are losers. In essence, cash is not meant to be saved. It's meant to be spent. Metals like gold and silver, for example, have a different purpose. Metals have a value mainly because of three things. They exist in extremely limited quantities. I have gold here in my hands, and if you took all the world's gold that is digged up since the history of time, it would fit into 2 large Olympic swimming pools. Second part is that they can't be destroyed. Precious metal like silver and gold can't be destroyed. They can be recycled forever. And the last part is it fills a need. So gold, for example, it is beautiful, as you can see here. Gold is used in jewelry and watches, etc. And silver is used in the industry. There are in batteries, in solar panels, in medicine. Well, silver is everywhere. If you think about it, there is not a lot of things in the world that comply these three things. I like to say that metal hold a real value. Well, cash can be printed in unlimited quantities. It can be destroyed, and the only use it fills really is a trust-based currency. I mean, if you come to Europe and you try to pay with dollars, or for a European to come to the US and try to pay with euros, there is no trust, and this money become useless. Gold and silver, however, have always been used for a lot of different things, and it's very rare. This, folks, is why gold and silver protect you against inflation. Because gold is just gold, and silver, it's just silver. You can dig it out of the ground, you can use it in a battery, you can recycle it, you can melt it down again, you can make a coin just like this one. And you can melt it down again and you can use it in solar panel in the future. This, my friends, make metal a very interesting investment. But we are not going to talk about that today. I simply want to cover the topics around metals and inflation. So, is metal a good hedge against inflation? Yeah, history tells us so. Well, paper currency lost over 95% of its value in the past 100 years. Metal have kept their value and even gained value over time. Now, the average inflation rate here in Europe is around 2% per year. In the US, it's a little bit higher, around 3%. It might sound little, but you know what? It eats up the buying power of your cash over time. In fact, you lose almost 50% of your cash value over 30 years. For cash that you plan to have in the bank for more than a couple of years, I recommend you to buy silver or gold. Remember that you pay a higher premium for silver than gold. If you invest in silver as a hedge against inflation, then invest for the long term. Otherwise, you might end up losing money. You can actually find a calculator on my website, europeanstacker.com, for exactly this purpose. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you answered your questions around metal as a hedge against inflation. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more of this, please like my video and subscribe to my channel. Hey, I wish you a great day and I hope that you and your family is safe in these crazy times. In the meanwhile, have a great day and take care.